What is going on, guys? It's your boy ShadyMikeGaming, and welcome to another NBA 2K22 jump shot fix. Today, we're going to be working on James Harden. This is actually kind of a refix, or more so an update to my NBA 2K21 signature shot. We're basically going to be taking this shot and kind of upgrading it and making everything current and recent in terms of the moving jumpers and things of that nature. Before we get into this video, I wanted to say thank you so much for all of the support on the channel. And I apologize for not uploading as frequently. Work has been crazy for me, but we are close to 17,000 subscribers on the channel and close to 7,000 members in the Discord. So if you're watching right now, be sure to hit the like button and be sure to subscribe for more content just like this, and also join the 2K Modding Society Discord for all my mods and things of that nature. As we get into this jump shot, given a quick intro, I just want to be clear on what this is. This is going to be my take on James Harden on the Sixers. So we're not touching anything on the Rockets, anything on the Nets. We are just updating his game for exactly how he plays in Philadelphia. So I'm using almost all of my footage from Sixers stuff. I want this to be an updated, very current. Harden's not as athletic as he used to be. So that's kind of the premise of this video. It's going to be strictly based on Harden's play in Philadelphia. All right, so when we take a look at James Harden's base, first we're going to take a look at the default 2K James Harden base. This is a perfectly good base. He bends his legs inwards and he launches, and he kind of has a little bit of a sway to it. I personally think this jump shot has too much lift and too much sway for what we've seen from Harden lately, but this is accurate for some of the stuff that we've seen and sometimes do occasionally see from James. So there's nothing wrong with this base. I just personally don't use it. I did want to show it, however. Now, when we move to my base, the one that we're going to be using for the signature shot, you're going to notice there's so much less lift. There's a lot less lift than the base James Harden. And again, it's not that he doesn't elevate anymore, but it's just through time and through age, his shot has become a little bit less athletic. I find that there's less lift, there's less sway, and he doesn't bend his knees inwards as much. So that's the base that we're going to use for the shot. Now, when we move over to the release, guys, this is so simple. The James Harden release is perfect form-wise. It is perfect. The only thing we want to do with our shot is ever so slightly lower the release point so that he's shooting from his forehead as opposed to shooting above or behind his head, and we're able to capture that perfectly. When Harden shoots, you'll notice his offhand hangs ever so slightly back from the extended shooting arm, and also when he's shooting, it's not necessarily a flick, but he doesn't leave his hands in the air very long. He kind of just drops those arms down. So those were a couple of the details that we were trying to capture when taking a look at James Harden's release. All right, so as we take a look at James Harden, guys, this is going to be so simple. Number one, for the base, we go with set shot 13. Again, not saying the mocapped Harden base is wrong, just saying it's not what I use. I don't really like it. For the release, we're going to stick with the James Harden mocap release, but we do a perfect blend with release 135 for two reasons. Number one, to get that release point down, and number two, to kind of quicken up that release, make it a little bit snappier. As we move over to the moving jump shots, we're gonna go with the mocap James Harden free throw. It's perfect, no reason to change it. We're actually gonna skip down to the hop jumper for Kent Bazemore. We're gonna go with the Bazemore hop jumper. It has the double step back for Harden. It looks really good. I like that it has a variation of step backs as opposed to the Harden package where it only has double step backs. The Bazemore has a bunch of different ones. Now, We're going to talk about Harden's signature move. It's his step back, but it's not really a step back. It's actually more of a side step. So if you want all of those fancy double step backs that Harden has done in the past, we go with Pro 3. Now, if you want a more traditional quick step back where Harden kind of does a stomp and puts all of his weight on that left foot and does a quicker step back, this is what he's been doing most with the Sixers after the size up. I go with Pro 2. As we move over to the layups and things of that nature, we stick with the Harden layup package. The reason we use it for Harden and for all of the players that we use it for is because it's low to the ground, underhanded, below the rim layups. Perfect replication for Harden. For the dunk packages, honestly, I would probably just take all the dunk packages off. He has not dunked yet with the Sixers. Don't know if he plans to. He had 3 dunks with the Nets this year. One was a tip put back. I'm not sure if that counts. And then a couple basic dunks. So not a lot of dunks coming from Harden anymore. Harden does have a signature dunk package, but we're definitely not going to be using that for Harden at the moment. As we move to the dribble styles, this is where you really can get creative and really replicate Harden. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to scroll all the way down to the moving step back, and we're going to change this to Luka Doncic. It really keeps Harden having kind of that floaty, slower, shifty dribble style on the step backs. Really like Doncic here. For the signature combo, what we've noticed is James really has slowed down his handles as of late. So we go with the Luka Doncic signature combo. The cool thing about this is, especially for people that are worried, you still have the Harden signature size up, so you can still get creative and, you know, tricky with a lot of the quicker crossovers. For the signature size up that we're going to be doing our step back out of, I went with the slower Luka Doncic. It's so much easier to chain his signature side step or step back, whatever you want to call it. It's so much easier to chain that out of the Luka Doncic size up as opposed to the James Harden size up. And guys, that is going to do it for our James Harden signature shot. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Also, be sure to follow me on all of my other social networks, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. All that good stuff is at ShadyMikeGaming. But other than that, guys, I am signing out. Peace. Threes.